In last lecture we have discussed about sampling with replacement, and now we are going to solve a question and example about the sampling without replacement case. So you can find this example number 5.5 on page number 167 in your book. Okay, a population consists of numbers 2, 4, 8, 8, 10, 10. Samples of size 2 are to be drawn without replacement. Now it is clearly written that this is without replacement case from this population. Now find the mean and standard deviation of the population. Construct the sampling distribution of this x bar, which is sample mean, and verify that expected value of x bar is equal to mu. Expected value of x bar or mu x bar is the same thing. And then sigma this is not p cap, this is sigma x bar is equal to sigma by under root n uh, whole under root n minus small n and n minus 1. Now first property is same, but second property changes here because this is without replacement case. So now we'll see how this works. First of all, we have written the population, and then because they are 6 digits, so population size is 6, and sample size was 2, so small n is written 2 here. Now possible number of samples n, c, n, capital N, c, small n. Capital N is 6 here, C2. So 6 C2 is 15. So this means that you will have total number of 15 samples here. Now this is without replacement case, so this 2 will not be repeated. So 2 4, 2 8, 2 next 8, 2 10, and then 2 10. Then again 4 to 4 2, we will not repeat this 4 2, we will start from here 4 8, 4 8, 4 10, 4 10, and then again with this 8 8 8, 8 10, 8 10. Then again 8 10, 8 10, 8 10, and 10 10. So this is the way in which we will construct the samples without replacement. No value is repeated or written twice here. Now again with the same method we will calculate all the means, and how we will calculate the means by adding them and divided by 2. Sum of values divided by number of values. So because they are two values, so we will divide each of the sum by 2. So 2 plus 4 is 6, divided by 2, 3. Then 2 plus 8, 10, divided by 2, 5, 2 plus 8, 10, divided by 2, 5, and up to so on. You will calculate all the values of x bar, and then you will compute the sampling distribution of this x bar. So you will write all possible values of x bar just once, and then you will write its frequencies, that how many time this 3 occur. So you can see 3 occurs just once, then 5 occurs 2 times, and then 6 occur 4 times, and up to so on. And the frequency sum of this frequency column should be equal to the number of possible samples. So here number of possible samples are 15, and the sum is also equal to 15. Then we have probabilities. I have told you before that what is probability? In the number of occurrence divided by total. So number of occurrence of 3 is 1, and total number is 15. So 1 by 15. Here 2 by 15, 4 by 15, 2 by 15, 1 by 15, 4 by 15, and 1 by 15. And the sum of this probability column should always equal to 1. And then for mean and variance, we have, or variance or standard error, we have to construct two more columns. One column, first column is x bar into probability of x bar, and second column is x bar square into probability of x bar. How you will calculate this x bar into probability of x bar? You will multiply this x bar values with probability of x bar. So this becomes 3 by 15, this becomes 10 by 15, this becomes 24 by 15, and up to so on. And when you add them all, the final answer is 7. And for x bar square into p of x bar, you have to take first square of this and then multiply with p of x bar. So 9 by 15 here, then up to so on, and the final answer is 52.6. Then verification. For verification, first of all you have to calculate the mean of population. So we have added all the population divided by 6 because these all are 6 values. So 42 by 6 is 7, and here we have also seen that the sum of this x bar into p of x bar is 7. So first property is verified here. Now for second property, first of all, left hand side is equal to under root summation x bar square into p of x bar minus x bar into p of x bar whole square. So this value already we have from here, this is 7, and for this value we have constructed this last column, and this value is 52.6. Now by putting the values and solving the question, finally we get 1.89. Now sigma, this sigma represent the standard deviation of population. So for standard deviation of population, we put the values in this formula because you are familiar with this formula. We have done 2 or 3 questions about this before. So by putting the values in this formula, you get the value of sigma 3, and then 3 by small n is 2, so 3 by under root 2. Then we have 6, so 6 minus 2 divided by 6 minus 1 whole under root. After solving this question, you finally get the right hand side is equal to 1.89, and left hand side was also equal to 1.89. So the second property is also verified. So this was the difference, this was the question about sampling without replacement. Now you should see this following example number 5.6 on page number 170, and this example is also related with the same example which we have done. Now, and last topic of this chapter is sampling distribution of sample proportion. So sampling distribution of sample proportion p cap. First of all, we need to know what is a sample proportion. A sample proportion p cap has different values in different samples. Similarly, like the mean had different values of in different samples, so this p cap will also have different values in different samples. um, Okay, the probability distribution of proportions of all the possible samples of size n is called the sampling distribution of this p cap. So this p cap will have different values, and when you construct the probability distribution and you form the probability distribution of all possible values of proportions, so that will become sampling distribution of p cap. Now how you will find p cap? P cap is x. X is the are favorable divided by total. So x is favorable divided by total, and you will get proportion p cap in always in the form of fraction form. So x is the number of favorable items, and the number of total items is in a sample is represented by n. So let's see how now the properties. The mean of sampling distribution of proportions p cap is equal to the population proportion capital P. So now the mean of p cap, mu p cap, is equal to capital P. So capital P represents the population proportion, and this mu x bar mu P cap represents the mean of the sampling distribution of P cap. The standard deviation of sampling distribution of proportion denoted by sigma P cap is given as sigma P cap is equal to P into Q by N for with replacement case, and sigma P cap is equal to under root P into Q by N multiplied by N minus small n N minus 1 for without replacement case. So now by looking at this example number 5.8 on page number 178, draw all possible samples of size 3. Now we will draw all possible samples of size 3 here without replacement. It is written clearly without replacement. From the population consists of 6 numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and find the proportion of even numbers. Now you have to find the proportion of even numbers in the sample. Construct the sampling distribution of sample proportion and verify that mu P cap is equal to mu and sigma P cap is equal to under root P Q by N and N into N minus small n divided by N minus 1. So let's see how to start. First of all, when you start a question, first of all you have to write the given data. Now the given population, we have written all the given population, then the population size which is equal to 6, then sample size which is given here 3, and then number of possible samples without this WOR means without replacement. So for without replacement, the formula is capital N C small n. So capital N is 6 here, C3 is equal to 20. So this means that you have to construct 20 samples without replacement. So now this is without replacement, so we will fix this 3 4 and then we will construct first sample 3 4 5, then 3 4 6, then 3 4 7, then 3 4 8 up till here. Then after that leaving 4 3 5 6, 3 5 7, 3 5 8, then leaving 5 3 6 7, 3 6 8, then leaving 6 3 7 8, then we will leave this 3 and we will start with 4 4 5 6, you can see here, then 4 5 7, 4 5 8, 4 6 7, 4 6 8, and up to so on. You will construct all 20 samples. After constructing the samples, now we have to find the proportion and proportion of even numbers. So we will find the even numbers, that how many even numbers are there in a sample, and then divided by the total number which is 3. So here is only one even number, so 1 by 3. Two even numbers, so 2 by 3, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 1 by 3, and there here it no even number, so 0 by 3, again 1 by 3, and here you can see that all are the even numbers, so 3 by 3. So here all possible values of P cap are calculated here. So possible values of P cap are 0 by 3, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and 3 by 3. So now we will construct the sampling distribution, that is 0 by 3. Possible values of P cap are 0 by 3, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and 3 by 3. And frequency, the number of repetition, when you see that how many number of times these are repeated, you will write here. So 0 by 3 is repeated just once, 1 by 3 occurs 9 times, 2 by 3 occurs 9 times, and 3 by 3 occurs just once. So when you add these values, they should become 20 because the total number of samples are 20. Then probability distribution. So P probability of P cap, that is 1 by 20, 9 by 20, 9 by 20, 1 by 20, and this should be equal to 1 again. And then after this we will for mean and standard deviation, we have to construct two more columns. One is p cap into probability of p cap and p cap square into probability of p cap. So here when you will multiply this with p cap, this becomes 0, and then when you multiply 1 by 3 by 9 by 20, so it becomes 9 by 60. When you multiply 2 by 3 by 9 by 20, so it becomes 18 by 60. And when you multiply 3 by 3 by 1 by 20, so it becomes 3 by 60. And when you add all these values, and the final answer is 0.5. And for p cap square, first you have to take square of these values and then multiply with probability, and final answer you get 0.3. So now we will verify the properties. First property is mu p cap is equal to uh, p, which is population proportion. Mu p cap formula is summation p cap into p of p cap, which is 0.5 here. Then population proportion. So for population proportion, x by n, capital N. So x, now for population proportion, we have to see the population. This is population, and now we will see how many even numbers are there: 1, 2 and 3. So 3 even numbers divided by total is 0.5. So the first property is verified here. Now for second property, variance of p cap is equal to uh, p into q by n, capital N minus n and capital N minus 1. So p, variance of, for left hand side, variance of p cap is equal to summation p cap square into probability of p cap minus summation p cap into probability of p cap whole square. So for this we have 0.3, and we have put here 0.3 and 0.5 square, so this becomes 0.05. And after putting the values in right hand side, the value of p was here, the value of p was 0.5 and q is equal to 1 minus p. So when you subtract 0.5 from 1, so it also becomes 0.5. So this p and q both are equal to 0.5, and small n is 3, capital N is 6. By putting the values, you get 0.05, which is exactly equal to the left hand side. So the second property is also verified. Now these are the questions for assignments. So kindly solve these questions and then send me these questions through email. Thank you.